Kathleen, thanks again for joining us here. First off, how's the RCMP investigation faring under the close look by the tribunal?
Well, it doesn't sound too well to those of us who are listening. One of the survivors, Richard Perry, said, a couple of Mounties came to his house. It was 2013, interviewed him for about 24 minutes. Didn't ask a lot of questions, and he never heard from them again. We heard that from another survivor that the RCMP closed their investigation in 2013. It didn't lead to any criminal charges, and they didn't talk to any of the survivors afterwards. At least that's what they say. The RCMP deny that, but we won't hear more from them until the coming weeks when they're going to be interviewed or heard. They'll testify.
Well, and Kathleen, of course, the alleged abuser's identity is under a publication ban. So how difficult has it been to report on that and while staying within the limits of the ban?
Yeah, it's been a bit tricky. We at APTN, we're familiar with this story, but we have to write it now in a brand new way. Also, his name is said a lot during the hearing, and we all know who they're talking about, but because he isn't there to defend himself, it's not a court of law. He's not charged with anything. He has always denied these allegations. To be fair, the tribunal said, we won't use your name. We can use some general initials, AB, but it has been, I would say it's been tricky.
Well, and you've joined us the last few days here with some updates. So what is next as this progresses?
Yeah, well, the reporter, investigative journalist Laura Robinson, is on the stand. She's from Ontario, and she's the one these survivors broke their silence to. They had been living with the abuse that they say they experienced at Immaculata Day School, 50 years ago. No one had ever come and talked to them about it. When they heard someone was actually interested, they started lining up. When she first came up here to Burns Lake, she said there were more than 30 people waiting to talk to her at the band office. And she made numerous trips back. She's testified to gather statements and information. We're talking, generations of families who've experienced this abuse and are finally able to talk about it publicly. I do want to add, though, Daryl, that there are other pro-Catholic people in the community who don't think it's a good idea to bring this up. They don't want it disclosed publicly. And so it's caused a rift, and it's been tough for some of the survivors because they know they're not fully supported.
Well, Kathleen, certainly great work by you as always, and plenty of great updates. So thank you so much for this.
Oh, you're welcome, Daryl. Thank you.